Working over, I've been working on it, putting in overtime,
Hey you guys, what's up? Welcome back to your girl's channel. If you don't know, you know, this is your girl Gigi. You know what time it is. We gotta recap the Basketball Wives episode. I mean, there's really just kind of animosity between Jackie and most of the women, but we'll get into all that. But I do want to say OG has kind of redeemed herself this episode for me. I've never really been a big OG, person, but the one characteristic I do appreciate about her, and that's if she fuck with you like you her friend, she gonna come back and tell you if somebody else is saying some shit about you. And I can appreciate that because that's something I need in my clique. Like, don't be having bitches out there saying shit about me, you not come back and tell me, because then we gonna be fighting. But we gonna get into all that. But first, if you are new to your girl's channel, let me welcome you to Big What's Up. Hey, how you doing? Do your girl a favor, hit that subscribe button down there, okay? Join the team, and then put a heart emoji down in the comments so I can get your name and shout you out in the next video, okay? Just to show you some love back and some appreciation. So let's get started on this episode of the Basketball Wives. Hold up, need you to focus. Thank you, focus cam. Anyways, this episode of Basketball Wives opens up with Thomas and Kristen. They got a little taco date, and they're kind of talking about this whole Byron situation. They're going to set up a day that they can finally talk the shit out. And Kristen basically at this point is like, I want to apologize to him about the whole little grandparent comment. Because that's not really what she meant was he's a bad grandparent. She just wanted him to spend more time with Kenzie. But Thomas surprised me with the little suggestion he was making by saying, there's people around Byron that are some clout chasers. And I'm like, clout chasers? I hope you ain't talking about Cece. Because to me, she's not one. Do you guys think so? Cece, you can tell they really have love for each other because they are like, you fuck with both of us or you fuck with neither of us type people. Like, that's what they've been showing. And Cece has her own practice. Has her own, like, esthetician clinic. Like, Cece ain't no, like, bum groupie. Like, she really got accolades. Like, she got something, but now she's a clout chaser. She hasn't, like, gained anything from being with, with Byron. But Thomas, you might want to look in your own household, because if you want to say that about Cece, like, Kristen, what are you doing? Like, you sit at home with your daughter all day, and not that that's a bad thing, but it's like, what do you do? Like, that's what I was saying. Like, what is your occupation, child? So, now that they done, talking shit about her, they're going to sit there and try to apologize to Byron, whoop-de-woo. So, OG, she wants to become a coach after she's retiring from, football. She goes to them and she was like, look, I want to make an influence. There's not that many women, in this position. I want to be one of those. So it's looking like they're going to give her the opportunity to put the money where the mouth is. Like, can she do it? Because they did ask her, like, this is a lot. It's a lot different from playing. Like, not only do you have to be, equipped with the game, but you got to be equipped with, talking to people. Can you mentor them, mother them? Like, can you be that type of figure? Because I'm an sport player, and coaches aren't just coaches. Like, sometimes they can be very, influential people in your lives, and it's good when they can have that nurturing side of them as well as that tough coach side of them. And I think that's going to be a hard adjustment for OG, if you ask me. So Jackie and Cece, they get together to catch up because Jackie needs to tell her about the damn lie detector test that Evelyn, put on her, kind of snuck up on her. Cece, when she heard it, was like, what the hell, Evelyn? Like, that's so grimy, that's so shady. I know what it feels like to be set up, because Malaysia had told her that it was just going to be her and Kristen. You guys saw the flashback, but really it was Kristen and London that was there, and Cece wasn't prepared for that. So she's like, I don't like that. But Cece's telling Jackie how, she's struggling with this whole Kristen situation because her and Byron, want to make up with people, obviously, but it just seems that she needs to keep her distance from Kristen because there's just nothing she can do about it anymore. So, look, I get it. So, speaking of Jackie, the lie detector test, Evelyn and Shani sit down, and Evelyn tells Shani about it, how Jackie failed some questions but then passed the other ones. So, it was confusing to her because it's like, well, damn. And then after, when Jackie got emotional, she kind of blamed Malaysia for, like, calling her a liar and all that type of shit. So, Evelyn was confused on why, Jackie was saying Malaysia lied on her. But I think what Jackie was really trying to say was, Malaysia's not, like, listening to the truth. I mean, Jackie, yeah, you didn't start the rumor, but you didn't do no better by running around and telling everybody else before you told Malaysia. So now it's looking like you the bone carrier, carrying everybody, you know, all the damn rumors when it really wasn't you. You just kind of just got your collateral damage. But after they get off that topic, Evelyn's talking about how she's got some cobwebs basically growing down there. She ain't had a dick appointment in a while. So she might need to go on some dates, but it's hard because they're public figures. Their men, you know, are known. You know, Shaq is out there all the time with Shawnee, so every time they might be at an event, he makes sure that he's somewhere next to Shawnee, and that kind of intimidates, you know, men from possibly going up to her. So Evan's like, look, I know this, like, you know, high status, you know, matchmaker. Let's go to him. We can do, like, speed dating. So I'm like, oh, shit, like, maybe next time you'll have a little dick appointment at 2 a.m., you know, in the next couple of weeks. But obviously down the episode, we see that shit was a fail. But moving on, OG and Jackie get together. OG stops by Jackie's house, I think that was, yeah, her apartment. And, you know, they get to talking, and Jackie's, you know, talking about how she wants to do the podcast. And, you know, when she sees Jen, she wants to apologize for how she acted at the event. And she's not inviting Phoebe or Malaysia. And on the topic of Phoebe, you know, OG brings up how she actually asked Phoebe to come outside and talk to Jackie. But what happened was people were like, oh, you know, that y'all aren't friends, like, don't go out there. And Phoebe was like, oh, well, Evelyn ain't friends with Jackie. And so OG was like, oh, you not? And Evelyn was kind of like, and like drank her drink. And it's like, girl, you want to like sit there and make it seem like, oh, you didn't say nothing, but bitch, by omission, you were trying to keep your distance, like not claim nothing with Jackie because everybody else at the moment was calling her crazy. So you just jumped on the train, and I'm not fucking with that. And so Jackie obviously is like, well, shit, like I thought we were building something new. We made up, like we were having a good time. And now all of a sudden I'm here and Evelyn ain't fucking with me. So I don't appreciate how Evelyn did that, because it's like, if you're gonna be friends with somebody, like fuck with me the long way, not because, you know, it's temporary and you like get something out of it at the moment. But OG starts talking about her retirement, and she wants to do a party and invite the ladies, and you know, hopefully that it'll show like a different side of her, you know, that they've never seen. So she actually ends up getting a chance to do the practice. She coaches you know, a couple of ladies, and the coaches on the side watching her, and she's doing okay. Took her a minute to warm up, but nonetheless, she showed that she can really, you know, do the mental part of coaching. So after they kind of critiqued her on a little bit of techniques, but she did good enough to get invited back. Jackie did go to support her, which is what friends do. And, you know, she got emotional about how, you know, like football's her life. She doesn't know what she's going to do. It's going to be hard transitioning. And Jackie relates because that happened with Doug, and it's very common for players who have been playing all their life to kind of go through this weird depression stage of, okay, like, where do I go from here? And as Jackie called it, Doug was in no man's land for a little bit because they just kind of get lost because they've only done this one thing all their lives, and now they don't know what to do. So, you know, she's just pushing her to, like, just keep coaching and, you know, do, you know, all of that stuff. So Cece and OG actually end up kickboxing. Now, Cece, the way you was kicking and punching the pads, I'm gonna need you to get a little more bass in your voice when you see these women. Cause there ain't no way that you kicking that shit that hard and you can't kick a bitch in the stomach if need be. Because, yeah, like it's always the quiet ones you gotta watch about. Like, Cece was really handling her business with that mat. So I'm just like shocked as to how she isn't, you know, a little bit more vocal. But nonetheless, OG was there. They sit down and talk, and, you know, she tells OG, I guess that was her cousin or brother, whoever that was the coach that was there. She's talking about how, you know, Byron got invited to the sit down with Kristen and Thomas, but she was excluded, and she's bothered because it's like, look, don't try and fix it with half of us. Just go ahead and do the whole thing. And I agree. And it obviously backfired on Kristen because her ass is sitting down plates and Byron ain't attending. He decided to go to a baseball game, and now Kristen's feelings is hurt because she feel like, oh, you know, we're trying and he's not doing it. But Byron said, look, either fuck with both of us or neither of us. And I can appreciate that. Like, that's his woman. And, you know, they gonna be together the long haul. And, you know, Thomas and this whole clout chasing thought, like, obviously, ain't really what it is, because they both fuck with each other. Like, you can see the love that they have for each other. You know, at least I do. You guys can, you know, tell me otherwise, but I think they really do love each other. But, you know, Kristen and Thomas, at the end of the day, are disappointed he didn't show up. But Cece is saying how, you know, I don't know what else to do. Like, I do want his, you know, kids to be good with him and stuff, but it always seems like they're blaming me. And no matter what I do, I can apologize. Like, there's nothing else for me to fix. So at this point, I can just be here and that's it. And I agree with her. Like, there ain't nothing really else you can do. But I don't agree with how everybody's blaming Cece for the reason Byron's like falling out with his kids, because it's not her fault. Like, y'all, there was already issues probably underlying way before Cece came, and she's just now like the new catalyst that they just are projecting onto. And Kristen, you're being petty, because the fact that you want to sit there and invite Byron and not Cece means you honestly really don't want to fix things. And that's kind of what she did, because she went out to like a little dance class or whatever with Malaysia, and she told her about the dinner she was setting up. First of all, we gotta talk about how Malaysia busted her big ass trying to do a cartwheel. Like, damn, like, her ass was shaking when she fell. Like, Malaysia, you can't do that. You almost tore ACL trying to do that shit. But Kristen and her sat down, and Kristen explained like how at first she didn't understand that Byron was mad about the grandparent comment. She thought he was mad because her and Cece were getting into it. And so Malaysia basically had the same thought that I'm sure everybody else had, which was, how did you not know that's what he was mad about? Like, it was seemed very clear last year that that was the issue after you talked about, oh, he don't come see my kids. Like, that's what you were saying. Now, I think it'd be pretty clear to me, like, that's what he was mad about. But, you know, after she said that, you know, she started talking about how she invited Byron but not Cece. And I fucks with Malaysia, because she checked Kristen on that, like, look, you can't sit there and disrespect, you know, Byron like that. That's his woman. Like, you need to figure this shit out, because honestly, I'm ready for this drama to be over. Like, either fix it with Byron and Cece and, you know, make the family whole again. Like, this is what needs to happen. And I appreciate Malaysia, you know, checking Kristen on that fact. But she didn't listen to her anyway. She's like, I don't see the point in Cece coming. You know, he's the one I need to apologize to, because, you know, he's the one I said the stuff about. And it's just like, bitch, whatever. You do what you want to do, Kristen, but you're honestly the one who's perpetuating and carrying this family drama on even more, if you ask me. So after that, we get to the day where Jackie has the little podcast party, and she invites Jen, OG, Cece. They're there, and Jen, when she comes in, Jackie takes that as the opportunity to apologize for the whole, you know, cancer party, acting a plum fool. But she was just blinded by the rage she had for Phoebe. And Jen, I appreciate you accepting her apology, but you were a little slick with the little comments she was making, talking about it was just really immature and all the stuff she was saying. Like, she was definitely using that opportunity of her being in the right to, you know, put a little extra stank on it in regards to Jackie. But nonetheless, they move on, talk at the little podcast, and the topic is, you know, what's the good sides of dating, you know, a pro baller. And of course, Jackie's sex addict ass talk about, you know, oh, it's the sex. But let's keep it real. You guys like the access. You like the guys, like the press box y'all get to sit in, and the fancy cars you get to drive, and walking in and having everybody look at you with your little Hermes bag that's been on hold for damn 16 months. Like, we know what it is, but y'all want it to not seem very materialistic. But Jackie's saying she wants this podcast to be for everybody in the lifestyle. You know, the wives, hell, even the groupies. And I'm like, well, shit, Jackie, you can't have no groupies on there. You're going to fuck up everything. You're going to have it cease to desist so quick before you know it, because the groupies can't be talking about, you know, these married ball players. Shit. But, I mean, it'll be a good episode, though. But you can start noticing she's sad that the other women didn't come. But the other women, you know, Cece, OG, and Jen were like, look, we're here, and that's important. Like, at the end of the day, we support each other. And Jen took that as an opportunity to apologize to Cece, because she was like, look, if you had something, I would be there, and I need to, you know, admit I prejudged you, and it wasn't my place to tell Kristen to show the text from OG, and I apologize for it. And I was like, well, shit, look at Jen finally admitting to some shit that she did wrong. And I was like, okay, or maybe it was the wine she was drinking, but you need to do that with the whole Shanice situation. You still ain't admitted to that, but you just, you know, you getting away with it at the moment. So After that, we see Shani and Evelyn go out on their speed dates. Basically, it wasn't nothing. There ain't no fish in the sea for them hoes. It's nothing but young men, weirdos, and douchebags. The only thing that got out of it was like possibly see somebody that could have a fuck buddy, relationship with. Evelyn was like, if I wouldn't date nobody, but if I would, was interested, basically get her clogs, her pipes unclogged, she would be talking about dudes with the dreads. But there was a cute guy in there. Did y'all see the light-skinned boy with the light eyes that Shani was talking to? I mean, he was 29, but shit, Shani, he was cute. But she's like, oh, I'll hook you up with my daughter, bitch. You made a mistake right there. But what happened after that? Oh, this is the part where finally Evelyn and Jackie get to sit down. And basically Jackie was like, look, I'm hearing from OG that at the party y'all called me crazy, laughing. And then when it came down to Phoebe talking about, Evelyn, Jackie ain't friends, you basically agreed and said, oh yeah, we ain't friends. And granted, Evelyn, you weren't like, oh, I'm friends with Jackie, like, don't do nothing. You didn't sit there and be like, oh, well, like, I fuck with her. Like, you were quiet. So by omission, when people like say, I didn't lie, I just didn't say nothing. Bitch, you lied by omission. So now Evelyn wants to blame OG and be like, oh, she gets into so much shit. She's an outsider. How dare she try to come in and get in everybody's business? I can't stand her. And it's like, quit blaming OG. OG did her job. She's Jackie's friend, so she's gonna go back and tell her. How have you guys not learned by now? OG gonna come back and tell it on the mountain, run and tell it on the mountain when she got the information. So now, Jackie was like, well, look, in that situation, I just wanted to confront you, but I'm still pissed off about the lie detector test as well. Like, I'm hurt. It's feeling like you wanted me to fail. You wanted to be in the middle of shit, and I'm sorry, I thought we were building something. And here's Evelyn, like, I can see on your face that you kind of are feeling a type of way. You got an attitude, but I'm not trying to start nothing. I was definitely innocent in doing that. But we've been cool, so I never wanted to start anything with you. Really, who's the problem is OG. You need to check your friend. How dare she try to come in and start mess with us? And it's like, girl, like, Evelyn, you didn't do nothing wrong. Like, you knew. Evelyn's one of the people who's like, well, if I didn't say it, like, I didn't do nothing wrong. But bitch, you were there. You were kind of being a little mean girl at the moment by just sitting there sipping your drink. Like, you knew what that meant when Phoebe said that. You felt it because you didn't say nothing, like you didn't do nothing wrong. Like, bitch, please. So now I guess Jackie and Evelyn kind of made up, but now at this moment, OG got a target on her back even more from Evelyn. From the preview, the next episode, a lot of people is gonna be getting back into it. Shit, Shani and Jen, OG and Evelyn, like, it's gonna be shit popping off. But that was the end of this episode. You guys, let me know whose side are you on, Kristen or Cece? Is Kristen being extra by not, allowing Cece to come in with Byron? In regards to the Jackie and Evelyn situation, do you guys think Evelyn was being messy, not really saying anything about her friendship with Jackie? I do, but you guys let me know in the comments. But that was it, you guys. Thank you for watching. Like this video, subscribe to your girl's channel, and I will catch you guys on the flip side. Deuces.